What up, B Squad? It's me, JB, and we are here today to discuss the Real Housewives of Potomac. Before we get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you're not subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know how to do that. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Potomac, shall we? Now, you guys can't see me, but I have the biggest smile on my face, and I am doing that so that way I can stay a little bit positive through this review because, per usual, these heifers got on my nerves last night. They had one good episode, only to take 10 steps back. But I want you guys to tell me, did you guys like the episode last night? How'd you guys feel about it? What up, Chuck? Like, I want you guys to tell me, did you guys like last night's episode of Potomac? For me, I hated every single minute of that stupid ass episode. But can you tell? So let's get into it. This episode worked every last word. Oh, God. Calm down. You say, hey, friend, they stomped on my last good nerve, and they definitely stomped on mine. So we pick up where we ended last week's episode, and that is with Kay having egg on her face, right? So Kiarna at this point is really an irritant to me. She's annoying, and I don't know why she's here. So she's asking Stacey, where's Timo? Where's Timo? I said, girl, worry about where Greg is and why Greg gave you a ring on that ring finger. Worry about that. So then Giselle is talking about Stacey isn't to be trusted around men or children. I said, and she don't know girl code. I said, excuse me? Run that back. She don't know girl code. Once you semi-cool with Kendall, who is Sherman's ex-wife, but you dated Sherman, is that girl code? I didn't think it was. But why is it that Stacey can't be trusted around the husbands or the children? Stacey ain't done nothing to nobody's kids. Stacey ain't took none of y'all's men. But Giselle, you're friends with Portia Williams, who went into Fallon Guabadia's home and left out, in the words of Rodney, with Simon and her say. And y'all know I like Portia, but you friends with Portia. That's somebody that shouldn't be trusted around your man, not Stacey. But I don't even know why Portia called her stray. But Portia called her stray for no reason. And I like Portia once again. So someone took it was Wendy, who said, well, Sharice, you got Chris's number. I said, why the fuck is Sharice here? So Sharice calls Chris. Hey, Chris, this is Sharice. I'm filming. So we just wanted to know, did Stacey call you and tell you that Monique talked about you? So Chris says, man, I don't know shit about nothing that y'all talking about. So then Giselle and Tia, in their interviews, both say they don't believe Stacey. I said, you dumb bitches. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Chris Samuel's big ass told y'all that woman didn't fucking call him. So what the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all don't believe Stacey. Y'all got it from the horse's fucking mouth. Get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit. Oh, God, this episode fucking pissed me off. What the fuck are we talking about? Oh, God. Then just as the coven showed their ass, they accused Stacey of calling Chris, but needed Sharice to call Chris to verify if Stacey called Chris, and Chris said no. But these bitches still don't believe it. Kay and Ashley can go. Giselle is the master manipulator of this show. She is. And then Cookie's old big, sweaty, dusty, musty, raggedy ass. Let's get into that bitch, and I'm going to get into that bitch too. Also, Cookie and Sharice, both bitches Monique can't stand. I said bitches, you said bitches. I'm gonna call them bitches today. So, and if y'all get offended by that, it is what it is. I'm sorry. They got on my nerves. So today, everybody is a bitch. And I hope y'all ain't offended by it. If you are, oh the fuck well. So where we at? So then Sharice has the unmitigated gall and audacity to call Stacey a trick because she said her and Stacey went out and Stacey was flirting with the man, and then somebody told her that the man was married, and Stacey said, "What does that have to do with her?" Sharice, let me ask you a question. You old. Let me ask you a question. What the fuck are you doing out on a date? What the fuck are you doing out with on a date with a married man as well? Like what the fuck? What are you doing there, Sharice? If Stacey's a trick, so are you. So are you, Sharice. Fuck you and go away. Oh, Jesus! These. I was trying to be calm through this. I knew that this was gonna happen. Go for it, Chuck. Like I knew this was gonna happen with this review. I knew this review was gonna. I knew I was gonna do it, and I told myself don't do it. But here we are. They get everybody's gonna get it in this episode because everybody pissed me off except for Stacey. Like I don't know if these women are that fucking dumb to realize you guys keep piling on Stacey. The more you pile on Stacey, the more the viewers like Stacey. And yes, Stacey is a liar, but so are y'all. Every last woman on this cast is a goddamn liar. Let's just call a spade and be for real about it. All of y'all are liars. What is it about Stacey? Y'all went up and defended Mia for years with her lies. But Stacey's the devil at this point. Get the fuck out of here. So then Giselle's old pot stirring ass takes it upon herself to go tell Wendy that Angel has smoke for her. I said, Giselle, this is your event, right? Why would you start some shit at your event? But that tells me that told me all that I really need to know. You didn't give a fuck about your event. So Giselle called Angel over, right? And Angel is telling Wendy how she feels that Wendy is very dismissive and snide. Is Wendy dismissive and snide? Yes, she is. Has she been dismissive and snide to Angel? In my personal opinion, absolutely not. Angel, you just have an issue with that woman because Kiana has an issue with that woman. Be for real with each other, right? So Wendy told Angel, I'm not the one to have an issue with, and it's a one-sided beef with each other. Then she mentioned what Tia has said about her not speaking at the airport. Girl, if you walk up to a group of people and you don't speak, then you're the rude one, Angel. I have to be honest with you, and I like you, but girl, go to hell. Cookie, Sharice, Kiana, and Giselle are trying to take down Stacey and Monique. They are going to unleash the Monique that popped Candace, and I hope she pops them. I hope she pops them, right? So then somehow the damn catfish conversation comes up again. I said, oh my God, can this catfish conversation go away? Like we're in episode 9, and we are still talking about the catfish of it all. And not Stacey, well, no, it was Stacey. Stacey says, Giselle was the one that said that comment. I said, thank you, Stacey, for saying that. So Kiana's like, no, it was Wendy. I said, Kiana, shut up. You just want to have an issue with Wendy. And it's stupid, right? And so Giselle said, no, it was me that said the catfish comment. I said, thank you. But Kiana nor Angel really give a damn about that. They just want to have an issue with Wendy, and I don't understand. And I'm actually calling her Wendy in this episode because in this particular moment, I'm actually calling her Wendy because these two have me on her side. Like, and y'all know I do like her, but whenever Wendy is wrong, I can say it. But and I thought it was hilarious when Kay came over and Stacey said, "Here come her Siamese cat." I said exactly. So then Kay got into it with Stacey once again. So Stacey says, "What do you have to talk about?" She said, "My man." She said everything. My man, my business, my condo. I said, Kiana, shut up. The man that won't put a ring on your finger, is that what you're proud of? That funny looking ass man that won't put a ring on your finger. If that's what you're proud of, beloved, do better. Then she asked Stacey, what do you have to talk about? Stacey says, my husband, and I have a ring. And Kay said, that motherfucker is cloudy. And Stacey says, well, girl, cloudy or not, you still don't have, it's cloudy. It can be cloudy compared to the nothing that you have. So go chase after Greg. I said, exactly. You are chasing a ring. Stacey ain't chasing a ring. Stacey got a ring. So, and she's like, I don't want that ring that you got, but you want a ring, Kiana. You want an engagement ring from Greg. So you ain't shading Stacy by no means. Stacy is clocking you. So go chase after that funny looking ass nigga that you chasing after. After this season, demote Kiana. I'm not gonna say get rid of Kiana. Demote her to a fucking friend and get rid of Ashley. Because we're gonna get into that raggedy, treacherous health in a minute too. Because I got an issue with Ashley. So then Kiana calls Stacy a tired ass. I know a tired asshole when I see one. Have you looked in the mirror, Kiana? Because I'm not calling you a hoe, but you're very tired and through and delayed. I'm not gonna call you a hoe, but I am gonna say you're a tired individual. Go get some rest because you're getting very weary and sleepy. Please do that, Kiana. So Stacy ended up leaving, and I was like, I'm glad that Stacy ended up leaving. So Giselle walks behind her, and she gonna press the elevator. Girl, 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 girl. Giselle, I'm not even gonna read you. I'm gonna let you have it for right now. But just know, Stacy is a better person than I could ever be. Stacy is a better individual than I could ever hope to be. Because the way I would drag them heifers, it would be hell for them. So let's go ahead and I think we're going to go ahead and talk about Stacy. So we see Stacy with Timu, right? Timo, what is his name, y'all? God, I feel like I'm saying that man's name wrong. But Stacy with her husband, they're having pizza, celebrating Arabella. Arabella, I think she placed either second or first in her swim match. Congratulations, Arabella. Now, Timo is not staying at the house with Stacy. And she was talking about their family. And Arabella says that she likes the family as is, right? So then Stacy talked about, her business, Shayo, and it is what it is. It was a cute little scene. Am I feeling Stacy's husband 100%? Not really, but I don't care about that. Kiana's about to be on the house. I hope, you know what? I'm not even, I was about to say I hope she is, but I don't hope that. But with Greg's funny looking ass, don't trust that nigga for shit. Kay needs to go. And I liked Kay as a friend of her first season. I thought she was cute. She still is cute. I thought she was cute. I thought she was a good addition. But her having a flute, baby, that was a. I'm so pissed off at that funny looking ass Deborah for popping that help in the forehead. Somebody ought to find her and pop her in the forehead. Angel should have sat this season out because postpartum will have women snap over the smallest things. I agree, and people, felt like I was giving her leeway by saying I think she's going through postpartum, but I believe she's going through postpartum. I'm not defending what she's doing, but I'm just saying that woman is clearly going through postpartum depression. So or not depression, but postpartum. Let's move on to the person that I just really prefer to never talk about ever again. Oh God. Yeah, let's get this health out the way. Ashley. And I'm gonna have to come back to her again later in the episode. But let's go ahead and just get this big head health out the way real quick. So we see Ashley and that disgusting thing she calls a mother, Sheila. Why the fuck was Sheila on my television screen last night? Who asked for fucking Sheila? Then Ashley decided to start singing. I said, who the fuck asked? I didn't ask for your mama on my television screen. I damn sure don't want to hear your raggedy ass singing either. So Ashley and Sheila's raggedy asses are on my television screen. And I immediately wanted to mute the TV and turn it off. But I was like, you know what? For the sake of this review, you gotta talk about this heifer. Corey, at this point, I'm not even gonna say Jazzy should have had her spot because Jazzy was chasing behind that man, and I didn't want to see that. So, but I get what you're saying. Kiana is only on the show because Bravo is avoiding a lawsuit. Absolutely. Ashley can leave and take the troll and the counter walkers with her. Huh. So Ashley says, so Sheila asked Ashley about Josh. I don't give a flying fuck about Ashley or Josh. Moving on. Ashley then, let me talk about this real quick. Ashley, you are grasping for storylines because now you're talking about the fact that Josh don't have kids and that he's never been married. That's an issue for you. Shut up, Ashley. Then Ashley says that she and Uncle Lump talked about that. Then she says that she and Uncle Lump talked about Sheila and that raggedy ass, bum ass man that Sheila stupid ass lays up with. Sheila, you a dumb, like Sheila, you got to be the dumbest woman on the face of this earth that will sleep in a bed with a man for 23 fucking years. This nigga's a fucking alcoholic and had you living up under a bridge with a tent and you are working, he's living with you, living off of you. Sheila, you a stupid bitch. You the dumbest type of woman I've ever saw in my life. You the dumbest type of broad I've ever, like, girl, and your daughter is no better than you because she defended her cretin of a husband for years. So y'all are both the same bunch of stupid. Moving on, because I'm giving Sheila way too much credit. I'm giving Sheila way too much of my time, and Ashley too. Moving on from both of them raggedy ass, dusty ass heifers. If y'all can't tell that this episode pissed me off, I think it's showing at this point. Let's move on. I hate this show. I hate this show. I can't wait for the season to wrap up. Let's move on to Angel. This scene pissed me off too. This scene really pissed me off. Let me get to Chuck's comment. He said, "Run, Jack Harlow, run." Is that bum the father of Ashley's sister? Yes, that is her sister's father. And that's why I say Sheila's a dumbass. Girl, your daughter is grown. Kick that man out your house. Like, why would you want to be with a man that is okay with his woman taking care of him? Then also on top of that, why are you okay with being with a man that is okay with another man taking care of him and his family? Sheila, you're stupid. But, whatever. What can I expect from Sheila? Sheila looks, every time I see Sheila, she looks like what the cat drug through the keyhole. I told myself last night when I was taking these notes that I was not going to drag Sheila today. I said I wasn't going to drag Sheila. And I just did. And I don't feel bad. So let's talk about Angel. So Angel had Giselle, Kiarna, Ashley, and herself. I think it was those four at her house, right? So they are talking about, oh no, and Tia was there too. Tia, I really do like you, but you pissing me off too at the same time. Like, you're really pissing me off, Tia. I like you, but you are pissing me off. So they talking, right? And Giselle is talking about how refreshing it was to hear Monique's story. Girl, you didn't give a fuck about that story. Stop playing with me. They talking shit about Stacy. So Ashley, so they're talking about, Stacy shouldn't have went back and told Chris what Monique said about him. Da 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 da. She didn't. Kiarna, I'm going to tell you guys my theory about what happened, right? So I've been thinking about this since I saw the clip of this week's episode on Bravo's YouTube channel, right? So let's think about this. Let's put this into context and let's think about this logically, right? So we have the World Pride Day, right? Monique tells the ladies why her and Chris broke up, right? But then Kiarna tells us that when she left the World Pride, she called up Cookie's big, sweaty, musty, raggedy, dusty, raggedy, trifling ass on the phone, right? But then Cookie's raggedy, trifling, dusty, raggedy, sweaty, musty ass clicks over and says that Chris is on the phone telling her that Stacy called him. No, what happened is Kiarna told Cookie's raggedy, trifling, dusty, rusty, musty, crusty, sweaty ass what happened, and Cookie's raggedy, dusty, trifling, musty, sweaty ass called Chris Samuels and told Chris what Kiarna told her. That is what the fuck happened. Not Stacy. It was Cookie's raggedy, trifling, dusty, sweaty, musty looking ass that did it. Fuck Kiana and fuck Cookie. Ashley and her mama love them low down white men. They do. Not Sheila needs dragging. Tia better move better. She was my MVP, but can lose the title with a quickness. Absolutely. Ashley reusing the same storyline, and I don't care. And I don't care. I want her. All I want for Ashley is to get off my fucking television screen. That's all I want from that girl. I don't like when I tell y'all. But I think if y'all are not new to my channel and y'all been here for any of the time that I've been reviewing Potomac, y'all know why I can't stand Ashley. I don't have respect for I have no respect for anybody. I don't give a fuck if it's your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your cousin, your grandma, your pawpaw. If your family member abuses someone, call that shit out. Ashley defended that raggedy ass man because she needed her money, she needed money. Here's my thing with you, Ashley. Let me get back and drag your raggedy ass. You and Sheila are the same disgusting person because you were stupid. You stupid just like your mama. Your mama's over there taking care of a ain't shit ass man that won't get a fucking job and is a goddamn alcoholic. Your stupid ass went and bought a house that you can't fucking afford without your ex-husband. So that's why you try to stay on this show as long as you can, because G&A ain't nothing but a goddamn shell corporation minus the corporation. Let's be fucking for real about that shit. Once Giselle and Ashley are no longer on this show, G&A will go defunct, just like every Hugh Beauty went defunct. Oh, God. Yeah, y'all. I can see right now that Potomac is never, after this season is wrapped up, I am not coming back. No, 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 no. Ooh, JB, you reaching my conclusion. Like, that's what happened. Like, cookies, you know what? I'm gonna stop dragging Cookie too, but that bitch do look sweaty. So Ashley then tells the girls that she wants to invite Monique out, and she wants Kay to come too. Girl, for what? Kay don't know Monique. Okay, moving on. Let's just talk about Kay too. Let's get her out the way. If y'all can't, again, if you cannot tell that this episode pissed me off, it pissed me off. Kiana, let's get on you, beloved. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. That's the nicest thing that I can say. If you let Greg buy your condo, you a dumbass. Don't let that man buy your condo. If he does buy your condo, make sure that the deed is in your name and not in his. But again, do not let that man buy your condo. Now, one thing I will say, I will be nice to you, Kiana. Your mama, that lady is fine as hell. Woo! I was looking at her mama like, God damn, her mama fine. God damn, her mama fine. And your brother's a good looking guy too, but your mama's fine. I just can't stop looking at your mama. I can stop looking at your mama because your mama is fine. Then she's talking about hungry or looking at rings. Girl, no, you're not. That man don't want to marry you. That man does not like you. And I'm starting to get on the same bandwagon as Greg. I don't like you. Kiana tried to start ish at that gay bar. She did, and it fell flat on her fucking face. Am I almost with this episode? Please pray Jesus that I am. Have I hit everything? Damn near. Whew. Let's get to Pam Oliver. This scene I can be Pam Oliver scene I'm cool with. So we see Pam Oliver, P.O. Pam Oliver, right? So P.O. Pam, she is meeting up at Jazzy's house, right? So P.O. Pam and Stacy are there, right? So they sat down and they discussed what happened at Giselle's party as well, right? Stacy is confused about Kiana, and I said, Stacy, girl, much like me, like touche. I am so confused by Kiana and why she has an issue with you, right? So Wendy suggested that, you know what, Stacy? Nope, not Wendy. P.O. Pam Oliver, right? P.O. Pam says, well, how about you sit down with Monique and have a conversation with her? And Stacey was like, you know what? I'm cool with that. As long as Kiana is not there, I'm fine with that. I was like, Stacey, I'm with you too, right? That's why Kiana will be homeless. Greg will get that condo in his name, trick her to move out of it, and then kick her to the curb. And if she is fool enough to go for that shit, she is a fool. Girl, do not let that man buy your. Here's the thing, Kiana. Let him buy your condo. let him pay for your condo if you want to, but make sure it's in your name. Don't let him do the Jedi mind trick and the switcheroo and turn out that that condo is in his fucking name and he can evict you whenever the fuck he wants to. Listen to your mama. So we then see as P.O. Pam Oliver had Susan. Now, what I will say is Susan looked better than the last time I saw her. Because the last time I remember seeing Susan, oh, this is about to be a little shady, and it's not, and hear me loud and hear me clear. I'm not being shady. I'm not being shady, right? But the last time I saw Susan, Susan looked like she was, I'm gonna go flat out and say it. Susan looked like she was bleaching the last time I saw her. But Susan done lost some weight. I don't know if Susan went and had surgery or if Susan did the Ozempic, but either way it goes, Susan looked good, right? P.O. Pam, girl, let me tell you this right quick. Girl, you need to call Truly Original and tell them that they need to stop showing your home renovations. I know that might be your storyline, but girl, please tell them to stop showing it. And then your mama said that she got the money. I said, no, she don't. Not according to not according to them laws that that case she got against her. Your daughter ain't got the money. So P.O. Pam is talking to her sister Ivy. Girl, did shut up. I was about to say something about Ivy looked good. I was just confused about what Ivy had on in that scene. But Ivy looked good. I was just confused about that outfit. So we found out that P.O. Pam and her family went to Nigeria for a month, right? And she didn't see her daddy. Girl, P.O. Pam, let me stop saying P.O. Pam. Wendy, let me say this to you. I agree with your mama. It do seem like your daddy might be miserable. And girl, fuck your daddy. If he don't want to be a part of your life, then it is what it is. Like, fuck that man. I realize as I'm getting older, and I realize as my biological mother is getting older, you know, I mean, I always knew that once you get older, well, not even this, I always knew that you shouldn't treat people any kind of way because you never know what you might need a person for, right? And I think with my biological mother, I think that as she's getting older and she's, kind well, this is her business. It ain't my business. So I really don't give a fuck to say it. But she is on dialysis and she's been on, I don't know if she's still currently on dialysis, but she was like in 2018, she let me know that she was on dialysis and she needs a kidney. And, she was a lot nicer to me than what, I've been used to. And I was like, huh. And that's why I always say that's why I don't treat, even if I'm not a fan of a person or I don't like a person, I never go out of my way to mistreat people. That's just something that I've never done. I don't mistreat anybody. Even people that I don't see it for and I don't like, I don't mistreat people. And I don't like when people do that. And then, like I say, people mistreat people and then that end up being a person that they probably need. So Wendy, taking like I said, your daddy don't want to be a part of your life. Fuck him, right? Hopefully nothing happens to that man where he has to come begging on his knees for your help. And if he does, do him. Well, no, not do him. I wouldn't even show him any. I'd be like, you know what? It's mighty funny that you come to me now, but I wanted a relationship with you and you turned your back on me. And leave it at that. You say P.O. Pam, why do I still love P.O. and Eddie Hennessy? I still love them. I still fuck with them. Susan is using too much skin bleach. She is, but she looked better than the last time I saw her. Ivy was definitely cute. I was just confused by that outfit she had on. Looked like she came from church. Um, you say I never liked Ashley, Giselle, or Robin. Wendy finally got her wish to be Giselle's friend, even though Giselle still doesn't like Wendy and wants to deflect from the colorism issues. Yeah, I agree. But I don't think that Wendy likes Giselle either. I think that this is literally production that got in their ear and told them like, okay, the viewers are tired of this and we can't keep producing a show which y'all at odds with each other, right? So I think that that's where they came in. But yeah, P.O. Pam, girl, scrap this story. Call your producer and tell your producer to cut every scene that talks about money. Please and thank you. What up, Kiwan? How are you doing today? All right, you guys, where are we at now? Oh God, this episode. We almost through with the episode review. This last scene, this big head heifer, and I got to put her back on on my screen. This big head ass heifer. Mm, this big head heifer. Hey Arnold Stewie. Once I stop talking about Potomac, I'm gonna be even better. Once I stop talking about this stupid ass show, I will feel so much better. So we see them sit down with first was first there was Hey Arnold Stewie, right? Then wide mouth ass Kiarna comes in. Then Monique comes in. So they're sitting down. So wide mouth ass Kiarna is once again talking to Monique about this stuff with Stacy, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, why do you? Here's my thing. Why does Kiarna care more than Monique does? Girl, do you want to go over there and fuck on Chris Samuels? Because if you do, just say that. It's fine. You are not friends with Monique. Girl, say that. Say that. I would prefer you say, I want to, girl, I would prefer you say, you know what, Monique? Me and you ain't friends like that, but would you be mad if I go holler at your ex-husband? Because that's what it's giving, Kiarna. So Monique is like, when it comes to Chris, she feels like, Chris could be being messy, right? But she also says, Stacy, y'all say Stacy's a liar, so Stacy could be lying. But then she said, but Cookie with her lying ass. Now I did laugh. Excuse me, y'all. I did laugh when she called Cookie her lying ass. I was like, I believe you when you say Cookie's a fucking liar. So Wendy came in, right? And Wendy came in and told, them like, hey, Stacy is cool with sitting down with you, Monique, but she don't really want Ashley or Kiarna around, right? So Stacy comes in, and then Kiarna's like, here come this fake ass, fraud ass bitch. I said, excuse me? You the fake one. You're the fake one, Kiarna. Because what has Stacy done? Like, Stacy has done nothing to you for you to have this energy for Stacy, right? So once again, they reiterate that Stacy doesn't want to have the conversation with Kiarna around. And Kiarna gets up and like, I'm not doing it with this, pointing at her. If you don't take your overly aggressive ass somewhere and sit the fuck down and calm the fuck down, because Kiarna, now I know we don't like to call black women aggressive, but baby, we gotta, if the shoe fits, you gotta wear that motherfucker. This girl, we defended her against Deborah, but this aggression, like you have an aggression towards Stacy for no fucking reason. Like I don't understand where it's coming from. Kiarna has abandoned her business storyline for this ignorant ish, and it's stupid. So Stacy is talking to Monique, and Monique is just basically saying to Stacy, like, I don't associate with people who associate with Chris. And Stacy says, I never dated him. And Ashley's over there rolling her eyes. I said, I wish your eyes would have got stuck in the back of your fucking head, right? And she said, well, that's not the word on the curb. Well, the word on the... Ashley, do you want me to tell you the word on the curb about you? Because, I mean, we can say a lot of things about you. But I digress because I've already talked shit about you already in this review. And I'm not going to continue to drag you at this point. I'm just going to let you live. So Stacy then decides that she wants to take out her phone and show Monique, like, hey, Monique, I'm not lying to you. I was on the cover of something for Potomac. Chris reached out to me. I didn't respond to Chris, right? Then he sent me a text message saying, a thank you would be the appropriate response. No, if I didn't, like, a thank you would be the appropriate response. Sir, I didn't respond to you. So that told you I didn't give a fuck. So then he kept texting her and she never responded to it. So Ashley in her interview, like, well, we all know how text messages work and you can easily delete those. Ashley, shut the fuck up. You can delete a text message, yes, but you cannot delete context when it comes to a text message. So if Stacy had replied to those text messages and Chris and she deleted them, then you would see what you would see, like the conversation doesn't add up. Oh God. So Stacy even had in a text message where Chris texts Stacy saying that he heard that his name was mentioned during filming. Oh my God. So he's reaching out to Stacy, and this was June 1st, and Monique hadn't met Stacy prior to June 1st. Oh my God. What does that mean? That means that someone else has told Chris Samuels that his name has come up during filming. Now, by process of elimination, who could that have been? Well, we got Angel, who is friends, who her husband knows Chris Samuels. So that's a possibility. But I don't see Bobby being messy. So I don't think it's Bobby. Who else does that leave? Oh my God. That leaves Ashley, Giselle, and Kiarna. And how did I come to that conclusion? Oh, that's right, because sweaty ass, musty ass, raggedy ass, trifling ass, dusty ass, Cookie knows Chris Samuels. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, why would Cookie's raggedy, trifling, dusty, musty, rusty, crusty ass have anything to say about him? That's because that raggedy, dusty, musty, crusty, sweaty woman likes Chris. Let's be for real about the situation. Cookie's raggedy, dusty, sweaty, musty, crusty, funky ass wants Chris. And so by talking shit about Monique or talk shit about Monique or going back and telling Chris that the women are talking about him, she thinks in her mind that gives her more access to Chris Samuels. Shut the fuck up, Ashley. Shut the fuck up, Giselle. Shut the fuck up, Kiarna. Shut the fuck up, Tia. Shut the fuck up, Stacy. I'm not Stacy, but Angel. Angel, you really are giving to that mean girl that you were talking about earlier in the season. I'm seeing it more and more because I'm just thinking back to that scene at your house. You guys are talking shit about Stacy. Angel, Stacy ain't done a motherfucking thing to you for you to be talking about her. So go to hell. And that's all I got, you guys. Um, I was waiting for Stacy to point her finger at Kiarna. I wanted her to, but we know Kiarna will try to fight her, so I'm glad that she didn't. Ashley's on her whole hotline, and she can go away from me with her whole hotline, and that's why I love P.O. Pam. Exactly. Kay and Ashley got on my last good nerves, 100%. That is all I got, you guys. This episode of Potomac was one of the dumbest episodes that I've seen thus far. You say, and I'm sorry if others think I'm fat shaming, but Chris don't want Chips Ahoy Silverback. Oh my God. Now y'all know I wasn't finna call that woman fat. I wasn't finna talk about her weight, because that ain't he. But that's why I just call her rusty, crusty, dusty, musty, sweaty, and all that kind of stuff, because those are the things that she gives with her fashion over, girl, not even fashion over, her rainbow fashions. But that's all I got, you guys. I'm gonna get off of here. I gotta get off of here and go record Married to Medicine and edit it and upload it. Oh shit! You know what? Married to Medicine, Power Book 4 Force. Actually, no, Married to Medicine will just be up tomorrow because I've already recorded Rated to Love and Force, so those will be up in a little bit. Married to Medicine will probably be up tomorrow. And honestly, Married to Medicine didn't give me a whole lot to talk about either. And that was a season premiere. But yeah, you guys, I will catch you guys in the next one. Anybody watching the playback, yeah, you guys, I'm sorry. But I think y'all have come to realize this season with Potomac that I'm over it and I'm just irritated. Because I know some of y'all have put in the comments or even in the live chat where y'all be annoyed with the episode and y'all be like, JB, now I get it. Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why I ever thought Potomac was that girl. It's not that girl. These I'm gonna steal from my friend Rodney again. It's poor Potomac. Poor Potomac. And that trailer for the rest of the season really gives poor Potomac. Like I don't want to watch the Housewives and see y'all doing shit that I can afford to do. This is supposed to be like the lifestyle of the rich and famous. But y'all ain't rich. But okay, whatever. Oh, you think Ashley and Giselle did it? Okay. Chuck, you ain't missing nothing with Married to Medicine. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I've been on here for 40 minutes, and I didn't even expect to be on here. I kind of knew. I kind of knew it with this episode pissing me off the way it did. Yeah, but yeah, you guys, be safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in Rated to Love review as well as Forces review, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for Married to Medicine because I'm gonna record it tonight and upload it for y'all first thing tomorrow, as well as Bel Air. So I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.